In the Lapyalang Monastery in Shaya County, Gannan, Tibetan Autonomous Prefecture, Lapyalang is an anagram of the Tibetan word Lapeng, meaning the palace of Buddha and the residence of lamas. In 1709, Emperor Jamushan chose Tashi Banner beside the Bacha River as the site of the temple and built his own Lai chapter, which gradually became the name of the temple. Larbrang Monastery is second only to the Potala Palace in size. This huge building group with 6 colleges, 48 Buddhist halls and Engi, living Buddha's residence, more than 500 monasteries, one of the 6 major Gelug monasteries. The whole building is magnificent, row upon row and scattered. The main route to visit Labrang is concentrated in the Buddhist hall to the west of the main hall, which the monks call the upper part of Labrang. The lower areas to the east of the Great Sutra Hall can also be visited, such as the continuation of the Ministry College, the Dry Hand Hall of Guanyan. I've been on a deep spiritual journey. It is not only one of the 6 major monasteries of the Gelug school of Tibetan Buddhism, but also attracts tourists from all over the world with its magnificent buildings and profound religious culture. I stood on this sacred ground, feeling the first rays of the morning sun, the golden light shining on the roof of the temple. I strolled through the Lapyalang temple and was deeply attracted by the promenade for turning the scriptures. The long corridor extends along the outer wall of the temple with a total length of about 3.5 kilometers and is composed of more than 2,000 prayer wheels. With the faithful, I turn each cylinder clockwise, and each turn is a tribute to faith. Every rotation of the cylinder is accompanied by echoes in the depths of the heart, as if it can wash the dust of the mind. During the visit, I had the opportunity to witness the Buddhist debate. In the forum, the monks stood and sat, talking furiously about the profound theories of Buddhism in a question-and-answer manner. Their expressions were serious and focused, and their gestures were vivid and powerful, which made me feel their love for the Dharma and their desire for knowledge. Each of the Buddha statues, sculptures, murals, and artifacts in Labolang Temple is a treasure of art. I was particularly attracted by the Buddha statue in the Sutra Hall, where the huge Buddha statue of Sakyamuni is enshrined, whose solemn face and compassionate eyes left me in awe. The colorful murals on the walls depict Buddhist stories and historical legends, each exquisitely beautiful, giving me a deeper understanding of the aesthetics and philosophy of Tibetan Buddhism. In every corner of Lapyalang Temple, you can feel the power of faith and the charm of culture. I stood in front of the Gongtang Pagoda, looking up at this towering stupa, which is not only the landmark building of the Lapyalang Temple, but also the symbol of the Tibetan people's faith. The pagoda is an important place for worshippers to worship, where the Buddhist monks of the past dynasties are worshipped. In addition, I also visited the printing house of Lapyalang Monastery, where a large number of printing plates of scriptures are stored, which is an important heritage site of Tibetan Buddhist culture. In the printing house, the workers are busy printing scriptures. That burst of ink incense let me feel the vitality of Tibetan Buddhist culture. The trip to Labolang Temple is a spiritual baptism and a cultural exploration. Every brick, every tile, every mural, every Buddha statue here tells the story of Tibetan Buddhism. When I left Lapyalang Temple, I was filled with awe and gratitude for the spiritual nourishment that this land has given me, and I looked forward to one day returning to this land full of faith and culture. Thank you for watching. I put the travel advice about Lapyalang Temple in Gannan Prefecture, Gansu Province, China in the video details. You can read it carefully for reference. At the end of the video, there are also links to other attractions near Labolang Temple that you can go to. I also hope you can support my channel, subscribe and like. Thank you very much for your support.